You know that there are bisexual people who just don't end up dating the same gender as them, right? Like, that's a thing that happens. There are bisexual people who just circumstantially don't end up dating like that. Okay, I guess I'm gonna be looking at this person's TikTok. Their name is Jackie Lowe's Show. They were suggested to me by one of my moderators, so I'm going to be going into this blind. I do not know how smart of an idea that is, but we're going to look at 3 or 4 of their TikToks and see about kind of where they are. I guess that's what we'll be doing. Before we do that, let's go ahead and take a look at the fan art section. This one is from Kira Sakura. Said, Samaris got the idea while Suris was playing Metroid Dread on stream. I would turn into a Metroid for that. I'm kidding. This other one is from Kira Sakura as well. Suris showed his new skates to chat. Someone mentioned the idea of fan art of him and Raz skating. I don't quite get the pose I wanted for Raz's skates. So maybe if I could actually get Raz to skate and not fall directly on her butt, then we could do that. But we got the autumn outfit and then Raz's original outfit. And then I guess we'll go ahead and get into the last bit of fan art. This one is from Glubbinex. They said they can't thank Suris enough for the support and help. Got to finish this piece for them. Less fan art and more commission art, though Glubbinex did start out as a fan artist who I then ended up commissioning for pay to get stuff done for the channel. But it is the full version of the Autumn Suris in the Autumn version of Click Clock Wood. Honestly, I really like this piece. It is one of my play mats for when I go to tournaments for a reason. As always, thank you all for the fan art submissions. Why did that not go away? There we go. Thank you all for your fan art submissions. If you want your fan art to be shown in a future episode, the best way to do so is to drop it into the fan art section of the Discord. With that said, let's go ahead and check out the Jackie Lowe Show. Just a quick shout out, if you have not already followed me over on TikTok, Neko Suris over on TikTok will get you there. All right, so we got some thoughts on Black History Month. Let's start with this one. I'm sure it'll be fine.
On the calendar year. Black History Month needs to be canceled, and here's why. Hear me out. It's delegated to the shortest month on the calendar year. Why not just include Black History Month with all history? That way it can be celebrated every month and all year in a more cohesive manner.
But it already is. We already do that. We do Black History Month because we are celebrating minorities. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with celebrating the history of minority people in the United States. We do teach. Like, we don't have, like, a special month where we only teach Black history and then we don't teach it any other time. That's not how education works. Oh, boy. It's just when you literally just described CRT. Congrats, you played yourself. Okay. So this is not in support of CRT. That's quite a stretch. But the left just copies each other's thoughts in the comments, so nothing new. Oh, okay. So there's just... Yeah, she just did an All Lives Matter thing. So is she going to is she going to describe what CRT is? I don't know. Let's take another one here. Can just one of the liberals on my page make sense of this? Well, I'm not a liberal, but you know what? Fine, sure. Why not?
There are over 750,000 sex offenders in the United States, and they don't have to carry a card because it violates their privacy.
Okay. So, can I go ahead and make sense of that? Yeah. Because we don't do this with literally every other... Like, we don't do this with murderers. We don't do this with every other way somebody can violate. The other thing that I would say is that when it comes to sex offense, that can mean a variety of things. I'm sure that you would like to believe that every sex offender is somebody who is like a pedophile and dangerous, but some people literally just did like public indecency and that got them on the sex offender registry. Not all the time, but yeah. Also, why is this a liberal thing? Why do liberals have to make sense of this? Do you think that it was a liberal decision for that to be the case? And yeah, sex offenders are put on a public registry. Why should they have to carry a physical card that says that. Like, they're already on a public registry. You can find that information out very easy. What's the card gonna change? What does that have to do with anything? Okay, sure, why not? What's this one here from Libby the Liberal? I guess this is a character she plays. Okay, so I found you a man. We're gonna get copyright struck on this one. He's a man. He's non-binary. Why does that matter? What? Hold on. So you deliberately misgendered this person to begin with, even though they're a hypothetical person that doesn't exist. Why does it matter that they're non-binary? Hey, I found you a girl. Oh, really? Well, what's their character qualities? They're a girl. What? Why do I care? Why does that? If you're a liberal, why would you give a fuck? Unless you're a chaser, in which case that's kind of cringe. But like, why does this? Can you just mute it? I can do that, yeah. Let's see here. He's vegan. Okay, so he's vegan. That's actually something that somebody might care about, because if you value, you know, if that's where you stand on the animal rights conversation, then yeah, that one could actually be something that matters to you. Doesn't matter to me, but you know. Drives a Prius. Okay. I guess you want him to be environmentally, like, aware? Why does... Okay. Still likes Dave Chappelle. Okay, yeah, that could be a deal... Like, let's see here. I can understand that being a deal breaker for some people. Because if you think that certain types of comedy that just, you know, denigrate other minorities, if you think that that's funny, then yeah, that could be a reason that you don't want to be with that person. It's like, okay, here's I found you a person, but they read Mein Kampf every day, or they still like Ben Shapiro. Like, yeah, that would be a red flag to me. Like, that would be a red flag. When they won't get vaccinated.
What do you think, Wackus Bonkus? Kill him. Who? You naughty Wackus Bonkus.
Okay. This is satire. I'm a proud Republican, pure blood. What the fuck is a Republican pure blood? What the fuck? Okay, but I do understand the joke. I do at least get it. The whole, like, what if we just use a blow chart to vaccinate people? Or a blow dart to vaccinate people? Problem, we couldn't actually do that. Because vaccine misapplication is a problem, and we don't want to fucking do that. But, so now we've got, potentially, this person's an anti-vaxxer. Proud, pure-blooded Republican. What the fuck is a pure-blooded Republican? Pure blood is somebody who hasn't gotten the vaccine. It's their term. Oh! Okay. Do they not know how vaccines works? Do they not know how fucking vaccines work? Like, at all?
Indoor activities starting November. Los Angeles will be requiring vaccine proof for indoor activities starting November 4th. Look, I love California. California born and bred, but hear me out. I have a new way for us conservative Californians who definitely need to flee. Let's look at California like our drug-addicted little sister. The radical leftists in California are basically like drug dealers at this point, keeping our sisters sick. And the conservatives that continue to stay and clean up the mess are becoming enablers. California conservatives need to leave the state in droves so that our drug-addicted little sister California can hit rock bottom.
I hate the fact that she's playing Kenny Rogers in the background. I unironically like Kenny Rogers' music. I really don't want it associated with this, like, half-brain need to be inebriated to even think it's halfway funny bullshit. But, okay. So let's go ahead and talk about the actual idea that's being presented here once the video's over.
Bottom, and so that the people who created the mess can help clean it up. Look, I know that every patriot in California can't just up and split, but if you even think that you can swing it, I know from experience, well worth it.
Okay, so here's the thing. California's an expensive-ass place to live. I would never want to live in California. It is way too expensive, and I do not have that kind of money. But if you are going to say that requiring proof of vaccine for indoor activities, which wouldn't mean things at your house, by the way, this would be like going to, say, an escape room or something like that. If you have an issue with that, then you have to first point out that you have an issue with vaccines and why. I want to actually find the video where she points out her issues with vaccines. I want to see if I could find that maybe during this. Maybe I can, maybe I can't, but I guess we'll try to find out. But yeah, no, the whole like all conservatives need to just get out of California. What do you think that's going to even accomplish? Like, I don't... Vaccinated?
Hey, Livy Liberal here. I have my mentor, Molly Muppet. She can help explain why we all need to get the vaccine. Well, everybody should be getting the vaccine because science never changes and is...
What? Who the fuck says that?
always right. Also, even Britney Spears has gotten the vaccine.
Who cares that a celebrity got what? Who why would someone care? Yeah, it's Mimsy Moon. Why would I care that Britney Spears got the vaccine? What bearing does that have on anything? I don't give a shit. I don't. Who makes this argument? Who? Not to mention, like, science never changes. Who says that? Who says science never changes? Nobody fucking says that. What is the...
Thank you, my Muppet. Now we're going to ask my friend Randy the Rat, who still eats at Chick-fil-A and goes to Hobby Lobby. Why aren't you going to take the vaccine, Randy? Why?
I'm not feeling too good right now.
Well, looks like Randy's gonna die.
What? Is there a joke here? Is there supposed to be comedy? Is there supposed to be humor? On what alien planet did this ear rape get considered humor? What?
He should have taken his vaccine. Well, not everybody's educated, you know.
It's my diabetes. I can't afford my medication.
Well, we'll see what the death certificate has to say about that.
Oh, it's the claim that they're putting the fucking incorrect things on death certificates to inflate COVID numbers. You know, that claim that was debunked like fucking a year and a half ago? But, okay. Sure. I don't know how much more of this I can take, guys. Liberal versus conservative depression? Oh, boy.
What's wrong? It's like I don't even... God, I've been feeling so depressed lately. I don't know what's wrong. It's like I don't even feel like getting out of bed. But I gotta suck it up because I gotta go to work, so...
That's not a healthy mindset. That's really not a healthy mindset. Oh, I just gotta suck it up. No, sometimes you need to just fucking take a U day. But okay.
Wake up, Libby. You don't want to miss college class today.
I am depressed! Dad, I told you that! I am not going to go to college classes! It is your fault! Your generation ruined everything and the world is burning! God, I've been feeling...
Can I get a refund? Can I get a refund on the time I spent watching this TikTok? Yeah, that doesn't sound like depression to me. That sounds like shifting blame. That's not actually, like, depression at that point. What the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this person? Who is Libby supposed to be? Who is Libby supposed to be? Who's that supposed to represent? Like, I understand that maybe it's supposed to represent some liberal person, kind of, maybe. I don't understand. Why? Oh my god. Fucking... Running to buy a MyPillow after learning that Mike Lindell helped bail out Kyle Rittenhouse. It just hurts. It just hurts. These are the people that say they're not sheep, right? Let's see here. What is this?
Ageist of you. And I'm happily married, but I want to make this really clear. Only insecure, immature men like barely legal little girls. Real men are intimidated by women with experience, women with curves, women that are mothers, women that have a story to tell, women that are, you know, hitting their sexual peak in their 30s and 40s. Real men like real women. You're not doing anything with those comments. No, that's...
How are you 45 and have a 1.5-year-old? Okay, I can at least agree with this one, okay? I will give credit where it's due. Their point's not wrong. Though the clapback that I guess you must be a pedophile, basically, it feels kind of weird. Some people like people younger than them. Some people like people older than them. Fucking Xander Hall's a milfaholic. Let's see. Dear Liberals, answer this one. I guess we'll watch this.
Dear Liberals, would you guys be okay with Blue's Clues talking about polyamorous relationships? I know you guys...
Yeah. I'm fine with that. Why would I have a problem with Blue's Clues talking about polyamory? Why does that matter? Am I supposed to be offended?
You guys love hating on me, so please stitch this. I'm genuinely curious.
I mean, I'm not gonna stitch it. I'm just gonna respond here on this video. I don't care. If Blue's Clues wants to talk about polyamory, what's wrong with that? I don't see a fucking problem with that. Also, Colossus VT, hello. How are you doing? Thank you for the raid. Yeah, I'm a leftist, but I'll answer. I don't care. Commercials. No, not really commercial. We'll watch one more. Can we stomach another Libby video? Can we? Okay, we'll try this.
Dear Liberal Diary, it was actually my birthday this month, but I did not celebrate because it's completely self-absorbed, entitled, and disgusting to celebrate your own birthday if it falls in June. That is the month of Pride Month to support the LGBTQ. Yeah, and I also have big news to share.
Who thinks that? Who even believes that? Is there somebody who actually does that? I don't fucking... Okay.
This week, I came out as non-binary. Yeah, that means that I bravely had to change my pronouns in all my social media bios today and to them. Yeah. I still only find attraction to people of the opposite sex. However, I saw a girl and I thought she was pretty once, and that makes me bisexual, okay? And if anybody has a problem with that, then they are the problem.
Is that just bi erasure? Wait, hold on. Did I just hear bi erasure? You know that there are bisexual people who just don't end up dating the same gender as them, right? Like, that's a thing that happens. There are bisexual people who just circumstantially don't end up dating like that. Or they end up not doing so because of trauma. Like, that's a thing that happens as well. I've met people who are bisexual, but will functionally only date the same sex as them or the same gender as them because they have trauma related to somebody assaulting them who is of the opposite gender. Like, I've seen that. So it would not surprise me if there was somebody who was in the opposite way. In general, if somebody just doesn't end up finding someone else of the same or opposite gender, why does that matter? How does that change their sexuality? It doesn't. Sexuality is about what you are or are not attracted to, not who you end up dating. I have met in my lifetime at least 2 people who would consider themselves lesbians, but just so happen to be in a relationship with a cis guy. Now, granted, there's always that chance that doob is an egg. There's always that chance. But in general, who you're sexually attracted to does not necessarily have to have bearing on who you end up dating. These situations happen. Sometimes they're uncommon. Why? Like, what? Who is this person supposed to be?
Also, it was Juneteenth. It's been recognized as a federal holiday. And that means people should be only supporting black businesses on that day. And also, really, forever. Okay? Never support any businesses that aren't black businesses. It's racist. Also, stop Asian hate. And anyway, I gotta go do homework now. Bye. Dear liberal
So
guy.
you just said a whole bunch of shit with no actual, like, context. So Stop Asian Hate was happening because a lot of people were like, oh my god, Wuhan flu, that's definitely a hoax, came from Chinatown. And then we ended up seeing a huge resurgence in Asian hate crimes in the United States. This was a fucking problem, and so the Stop Asian Hate hashtag ended up coming to be a thing around that time. Juneteenth getting recognized as a national holiday also happened to be a thing because the BLM protests were happening around that time, so more eyes were on, issues of people of color. Why does any of that matter? Is the joke supposed to be that they said Juneteenth and also Stop Asian Hate? I don't know very many people that say specifically you shouldn't buy from non-black businesses. I've not really met that many people that do or say that. And by that many, I mean I've met nobody who does or says that. Who is this person supposed to be? Because for these jokes to land, there has to be the potentiality that this person exists, right? For this to be funny, it needs to be a thing that liberals generally do. Doesn't seem to be the case here. I don't recognize any of these as behaviors from anyone who I've been around or anybody I've talked to or anybody that I've seen that would either be a liberal or a leftist or anybody left of center. I've not seen any of these fucking behaviors generally. But, okay. Apparently in the minds of people like Jackie Lowe's show, they've made up this person. This person definitely exists. What's that old meme? 90% of Twitter is making up a guy and then being angry at that guy? All of Asia's China, even Russia? Oh, of course. Of course. Okay. I don't know what I'm even doing. I don't know what the fuck I'm even watching. I don't. I guess if you haven't already checked out the merch link in the description, we do have the OO versus the other one merchandise all down in the description down there. If that is something that you want, then please check out the Redbubble link down there. I want to die a little bit, so I don't know if I'll survive long enough to receive any of these things. But, I guess we'll just see when the time comes. Say it, coward. You can't fucking make me. You can't bully me, Ivana. You don't have that kind of power. Only Raz has that kind of power, and even then, she doesn't. Anyways, as always, everybody, if you enjoyed this trip down insanity lane, let me know in the comments section below. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Check out the merch store if you haven't already. And as always, everyone, insert end of video tagline here.